So I've been working from job to job for the past 10 years. Started working at the age of 16 with my dad, and I kind of just knew how the world worked. Well, started to learn more about how jobs work and how hard is it is to get money, as the average guy. And after I was done doing some roofing jobs with him, I didn't want to do it no more, so I started to work for my own. Well, look for a job that wouldn't involve going out and doing hard labor basically. I didn't want to do roofing like my dad, so I went out and I searched for a job. Started look online, and I noticed that my supermarket nearby was hiring, so I joined that, submitted my application. I went out there and got an interview with the manager, and I remember being excited because it's gonna be my official first job that didn't involve little side jobs with my dad. And once I got signed in, I think that following week I started my job on a Monday, and I remember walking in. I was excited, and as soon as I walked in and went up there, they handed me this ugly ass green shirt. It was like neon, um, ugliest color ever. You had to put it on and you had to tuck it in. And keep in mind that I was not as fit as I am now. I was pretty damn chunky, and I always was insecure about tucking in my shirt. So I put on the shirt, I tucked it in, and I had applied as a cashier. So they assigned me to a cashiering aisle, or whatever it's called, and they taught me a few stuff. There was a cashier that was teaching me, and I was like, well, I guess it's not that bad. I was already feeling a little like weird and uncomfortable, but they showed me how to use the cashier, how to run people up with their items. I hated this thing that they gave us, like a little pad, like a little paper pad that had like the numbers, and you had to memorize them because each vegetable, they didn't have codes. You couldn't just scan it, so you had to learn the codes. And I remember that same day I just started ringing up people. That supermarket's already busy, in general, but this market's always damn busy. you know it's in the hood, so you got people with food stamps that come up, and they basically come with a bunch of stuff in their carts. And I'm not trying to talk smack about EBT people, because we used to be on that too, but I remember how frustrating it was scanning. You were just scanning all day, and that same day I went up to the manager and I told him I can't do it. I can't do register. And I was like, can I just be a sacker? Sacker is like the people that put in the stuff in the bag. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. So I was a sacker, but with that job too, I had to go out there and put carts away. And you know how messy that gets. People don't care. They just, and I've done this myself too, where I just leave the carts there, the little shopping carts. And I was basically out there all day in the sun putting carts away that people will leave literally like a mile away. We have to go get it, put them on, and as soon as we were done putting every single one of them on, more people came. They grabbed carts. It was never ending. So after maybe 2 years of that job, I gave up and I left, and I started working at a hotel. And it was a lot better pay. I was more it was more better in general, because I was just working inside as a custodian, I guess, and also a shuttle driver. And it was nice at first. I was excited, it was my new job, and it was really nice. There's a bunch of chicks there. But after a while, I started to feel the same way. Like the same way I felt about my first job. I didn't like it. I didn't like being told what to do. I didn't like having a boss. Most boss are assholes. Y'all know about that. And after, let's say, I think 2 years, maybe 3, I actually got fired from that job, because by the time that 3rd year had reached, I had a beef with the managers. Never liked me because I didn't really like to be told what to do. I wouldn't be an asshole and like talk bad to them, but I wouldn't really do the stuff they would tell me to do. They would tell me to scrub toilets, especially like the I guess the CEO of the hotel. He just didn't like me. I think he just saw me as a threat. I don't know, because I was talking to the girls in the front, and literally one day he came up to me and he told me in front of the girls, "Hey, go scrub the toilets." And I was like, okay, but I never did it. And I'm pretty sure he knew. I was pissed. So like after like that last year, which was I was gonna hit my third year, they fired me because I remember putting batteries on a door of a guest because they weren't there, and I guess they kind of just they decided to use that to just throw me away, like, oh, you're fired, sorry. And I was like, oh, all right. I was already done. I guess mentally I was already checked out of that job by then. So I moved on to other jobs, and eventually I got into delivery driving. I started delivering supplies with a flatbed, and that's kind of what I'll talk to you guys about today, which is my current job and my last job, working a 9 to 5, because from tomorrow out, which is Saturday, we're open Monday through Saturday. So I've been thinking a lot about quitting, watching a lot of quitting videos, quitting your 9 to 5. Some say have a backup plan, wait until your business grows and then leave. But some other people just go for it. They just jump, no plan, nothing. So I decided to go kind of in the middle, because I do have some stuff going on, a private label that I'm working on that they're about to get here. I'll talk to you guys about that later. But basically, I've been contemplating leaving the job, like pretty much ever since I got there. Like it's been like it's been 2 years. But honestly, the reason why I always wanted to leave, I wanted to quit, because the job is stressful. Like, you're driving all day, you gotta be stuck in traffic all day. It gets really tiring very fast. And every day I would come out of work tired as hell. I'll have to go to the gym, come back, and I wouldn't have no time for myself. And that's usually why we slack off, because after work you're already putting all your energy into a job, and you don't feel like doing nothing. You just feel like sitting, bench watching YouTube, Instagram. And I found most of my time I was spent just doing that, like literally on Instagram, looking at other people making moves, and I was just sitting here miserable, working a job I hated. And the job was not hard. I was the last year on my income tax, I made 50K, and to a lot of people that's a lot, but I was not happy. I was not happy with everything I was doing at that job. Like, it was easy and it was comfortable, and that was my problem. It was comfortable. Like, that was what I was worth. And like, you go to a job and you set the pay because that's what you think you're worth, and I thought that was all I was worth, was $19 an hour. And I've realized that I've been lowering my standards in terms of work pretty much all my life, ever since I left school. Like, I settled for less. I've been settling for less. I always thought that I was like a side character. I was like, if I always saw the higher ups as, oh, that's nice, must be nice, to make money. I'm cool with washing cars, in the sun, while they're inside there making sales, selling trucks while I'm out here. I'm cool with it. I always settle for less because I thought low about myself, and I was in the matrix. I never knew that there was other ways to make money. I never even saw myself making this YouTube video. I was never really crossed my mind, because I was just busy being a consumer. So this job was it made me realize a lot, especially because I took 2 weeks off, and I realized that I needed way more than 2 weeks. Like, first, I was spending way less money because I was at home. All I went to was the gym and to make videos. That was it. And I was saving a lot of money. I noticed. Literally going to this job, which wasn't even that far from my house, like 10 minutes away, I was wasting more money than not going to the job. So I have some money left, because extra money, because I don't waste money on stuff I don't need. I'm very how to say, what's that word? I don't really know how to say that word. Well, I know how to say it, but you know, whenever you forget to say a damn word, discipline. There you go. You know, with my money, I stopped spending money on what I had, on stuff that I used to buy, to fill a void from the job. You know, because I hated going Monday. I even told the guys I wanted to take Saturday off too, and they got so mad. Like, they wanted me to work Saturdays, but I told them no, and I only work from Monday through Friday because I wanted some extra time to myself, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I set my foot up, you know, my foot down, because if not, I would have been working 6 days. But every time the weekend hit, it would go by like that. And I was working on some stuff, so I'm glad I took those days out, because that's the reason why I started YouTube, like, because of the weekends. But I noticed that weekends didn't really give me any time to do anything. Like, that you only have limited amount of time before you have to go back to work. And I know some people say you gotta build a side business, but how are you gonna build a side business if you don't have time? Like, it's a lot harder than just like leaving, and you have all this extra time that, you know, a lot of people don't have to build something like great, you know, successful. And from all the stories that I've watched, literally today I was watching a YouTuber named Jordan Green. I've been watching him for a while, and I seen how he quit his job working at H&M, I think, and he took that leap of faith without really having a backup plan besides YouTube, and he wasn't getting paid at that time for YouTube yet. So literally, I think that was just the nail in the coffin for me, because I was just bench watching a ton of you need to leave your job. I was just coping instead of taking action, until today. I actually decided that I'm not gonna be waiting any longer, and tomorrow I'm gonna just take all my stuff. I have all the stuff here in my truck ready to because I had to take back shirts and a bomber jacket, because I don't want them to take it off my check. But I'm going tomorrow morning because we're open Saturdays, and I'm just gonna leave the stuff, give him my gas card, and I'm gonna just leave. I'm taking that leap of faith, guys, and hopefully this video helps you guys take that leap of faith as well. It is scary, you know, because I'm going to a path of uncertainty. I don't know if I said that right, but a path that many will not take. And that's the whole thing, is that the rat race really does exist. Like, these companies want you to work for them. They want you to put in all the time and effort into them, and they want you until you're gassed out. Like, I noticed that all these loads I was taking of, you know, construction supplies, I was basically making them rich, and they're just giving me a teaspoon, you know, of salt, sugar, whatever, of the earnings. I was literally, we take like 20 to 50K worth of supplies to these job sites, and we only get like 1% back. And I always thought that was BS. So I made videos of 9 to 5, you need to quit, but now it's time that I, you know, take that leap of faith myself and stop coping. Because the more time I waste in this job, the less, if I don't take action right now, I'm never going to, and you never will either. There's a lot of guys at my job that don't like the job. They hate it. They even told me themselves, man, I want to quit. Like, our manager he's always on our ass, and he was my dispatcher, and I'm glad, because I'm not the only one who feels about that job. But they're not gonna do anything about it. They're gonna keep working it, and I'm gonna stand out from the bunch, and I'm gonna leave, you know. maybe me quitting out of nowhere when the job is stable. I've never done this before either. Quitting, you know, I do have some extra money saved up, but I never quit when the job is stable. Like, I'm not worried. Like I'm not gonna get fired. I wasn't gonna get fired. And the other thing too is that I was coping by, I was being late. I took 2 weeks off out of nowhere. Hopefully they fired me, but I knew that they weren't gonna fire me because it's hard to get someone that wants to put up with all the BS at that job. So yeah, guys, basically what I'm trying to tell you is that you guys need to quit Yacht's 9 to 5, because that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And it's scary, yes, I know, because a lot of people, they don't take it because they're afraid of failure, and I was afraid of failure too. Like, but it's gotten to a point where I just don't care. I don't care if I don't have a plan right now. I'm not making extra money. Like all these, you know, I'm trying to do photography, and I haven't gotten a single client yet, but I know that I will in the future. So I'm not gonna wait until I get a client to quit, because that could be 2 years from now, a year from now. You never know. So I'm gonna take that leap of faith and leave my 9 to 5 job. So it's kind of what this video is about, guys. It's just I'm quitting my job, my 9 to 5, and I don't plan on going back to it. Hence why I didn't put my 2 weeks. And I really don't plan on going back to 9 to 5 again, under 9 to 5 again. I've seen just so many successful stories of people that leave their 9 to 5, and although this path can become hard and stressful, a lot of people in the end, they say it's 100% worth it. You got successful people like I said, Jordan Green, Hamza, who else? How to Beast David. I don't know if you guys know about that guy. They all have really good channels if you guys want to check them out. Those are like the top 3 that I know that are successful. They all quit their jobs, and I'm pretty sure they faced their hardships. You know, when they started YouTube, people were making fun of them, like, but in the end they came out successful. Michael Drift too, I like that guy too. But just to name a few examples, and I think we guys just need to take more leap of faith and stop being a bitch. I'm just gonna put it out like that. And I'm tired of being a bitch and not taking action, because I'm 27, and I feel like if I don't take this leap of faith, I'm gonna live to regret it. Because if I don't, I'm gonna keep staying at that job for God knows how long, and I'm gonna just regret it. Because in the end, you're just replaceable. Like, if you die tomorrow, car accident, oh, they're gonna be all damn, we're gonna miss them. Next day, they're gonna fucking replace you with someone else. They already had people at my job. They're already training to become drivers. So maybe they might have already thought about firing me. But just like I said, guys, stop letting fear. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Like, it's just fear. But when I was cold approaching women, I had a fear, but I went for it anyways, and I got dates. And I'm still working on it, but I'm proud of myself, because a lot of guys, they're not gonna do it. They're too scared. But this is what my channel is here for, to give you guys hope. So tomorrow I'm gonna be making a video of how things turned out, how it was. Today it was very hard to make this video because when I was leaving my boss, he looked at me and he was like, oh, we need to put this stuff in your truck. And I was like, oh yeah. And then he looked at me like, oh dang, you're getting big. And I already knew, let's just say the matrix was attacking me. Like, my old self didn't want to leave because it's comfortable, because you know all those people. And my boss, like, he was like uplifting me, because he was like, oh damn, you look bigger now. I'm like, yeah, I know, I've been going to the gym. But I kind of felt like it was a way of keeping me there. And also, I was about to make this video like an hour ago, but I literally forgot to take my phone with me. So I had to drive like 15 minutes back to my house, grab my phone, and stay somewhere, go somewhere real quick before sunset, because I don't want the video to look bad. And put this tripod that I bought that is hanging on for dear life, because it's kind of cheap. It's a cheap ass tripod. Like the phone kept sliding down, and that was just pissing me off. But I'm still glad that I made this video, and I hope that you guys got some information about it. I'm gonna be making this basically a series from quitting my 9 to 5 job to in the future, you know, see what the future holds. I have, like I said, my private label, YouTube, and photography. It's my main focus, and I actually feel like my fitness journey is gonna get better because I'll have more time for myself and I can eat cleaner. I was wasting a ton of money on food at that job because I could stop by anywhere, you know, QT, Whataburger. But now I'm gonna have, I think I might just actually have more money. Like, I just feel like in the end it's hard because you don't know how I'm gonna pay these other bills, like my phone bill. I help out my mom because I'm still living with her, and like I do want a place of my own. But before I'm 30, I do want a place of my own. I don't want, I want to help my mom out first, get the whole house fixed up, and then go get a place of my own. But other than that, like, it's like I said, it's not for everybody. But I feel like it's something I have to take. It's been on my mind for a long time, and if I don't do it, if I keep coping and staying at this job, I'm going to live to regret it, and so will you. So if you guys are young, don't have kids, maybe a couple of bills, do it. I know a ton of you guys hate your job. You hate it just as much as I do. I'm sick and tired of people telling me what to do and feeling like just an employee, someone that could just grab and throw in the trash and replace. I don't want to be replaceable, not anymore. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a lot of, like, I made this video also to show people that I'm like dead serious about this channel, that I'm gonna post consistently now because I'm gonna have time, and hopefully give you guys motivate you guys to do the same. So without further ado, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for the next series, and I'll see you then. Peace.